Hello and welcome to our coverage of the FIFA World Cup, where we'll bring you a preview of all the matches that are to take place today, and also we'll review the matches that took place yesterday. The big one between Spain and Portugal. What a thriller it turned out to be. 3-3 was the scoreline at the end. But first, of course, let's take a look at the first match of Group D, I beg your pardon, that will be played between Argentina and Iceland. The match is slated for a kickoff at 6:30 p.m. today and will be one to watch out for. One of the best teams in the world will play a team making its World Cup debut. Iceland admits there is pressure, even as Argentina knows its road ahead will not be easy.
Iceland's first experience in World Cup 2018 comes against favourites Argentina. This will be the first ever encounter between the two teams. But Iceland cannot be discounted yet. They have beaten Croatia and Ireland on their road to the World Cup. Iceland reached its first major tournament when they qualified for the Euro 2016, becoming the smallest nation by population to ever qualify for the tournament. The team defeated England, reaching the round of 16 to proceed to the quarter-final, where they lost to hosts France 5-2.
Our goal is to progress from the group. That is our goal. If you're asking about what we think is good, our goal is to progress from the group. And if we do that, we've left behind two really good teams. And then we shouldn't fear anyone who we face after that.
The two times world champion Argentina, on the other hand, start as hot favourites to beat Iceland. But they realize that the road ahead may not be that easy, just like their road to Russia. Argentina only qualified for Russia thanks to a win in their final qualifier against Ecuador and scored 19 goals in 18 games. This was the lowest by any South American qualifier since the single group format was adopted in the mid-1990s.
Lionel Messi saves Argentina.
El equipo llega muy consolidado detrás de una idea y seguramente llega muy bien preparado. Y en este tiempo hemos logrado afianzar conceptualmente algunas cosas que nos habían faltado en el corto tiempo de nuestra estadía acá en la selección.
The team is also without its first choice goalkeeper Sergio Romero and forward Manuel Lanzini. But they have in their ranks five-time World Player of the Year Lionel Messi. So the game will be an interesting one to watch. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
One of the greatest ever players.
Well, second match of the day, of course, between Argentina and Iceland. There is one match currently underway already. We'll get you updates about that as well a little later in the program. But first, let's take a look at the formation as far as Iceland is concerned. They will probably play a 4-4-2 formation, and that's something that you can see in front of you at the moment. A traditional formation of Iceland. 4 at the back, 4 in midfield and 2 in front. And this is the formation. Along with me is my colleague Rajat as well. Rajat, the traditional formation there, that's what Iceland is going ahead with.
Yes, suits Iceland because if you know the Argentinian game, they play with long passes, and that is the trademark of Latino-style football. Whereas, and especially you require 4 defenders, considering the strength and the physique of the Argentinians. We have seen whenever Argentinians are faced by a similar physique team, I mean, they are the ones who face challenge. Like Germany, I mean, they have beaten Argentina in last 3 outings. So Iceland, I'm not saying that, I mean, it'll be like Iceland starts as a favorite. It's obviously the Argentinians who start favorite, but of course, I mean, there is
traditional formation where they can have their, a game plan that they can go ahead with.
It's a game plan. It's a secured game plan.
It is indeed. Let's take a look at Argentina's formation now. Of course, they're most likely to go ahead with a 3-4-3 kind of a formation. That is the formation on your screen right now that you can see. Of course, star-studded team is Argentina. It of course has the world's best player in it as well. Rajat, no one can count out Lionel Messi.
Well, this World Cup possibly seems to be the last World Cup for Lionel Messi and
Cristiano Ronaldo.
So of course, I mean, they want to start big. Argentinians want to score and score big. Like that's why we see a rather very aggressive sort of a field lineup. And more goals they score, the more points they'll score. Beg your pardon. I mean, more goals they score, more advantage they have in the coming games.
Indeed. Let's move on now to the next match. Of course, the third match of the day will be played between Peru and Denmark. When the teams walk into the pitch at the Mordovia Arena, it will be the first time they are facing each other. Denmark will be looking towards bettering their World Cup record, having last reached the semi-final in 1998, while Peru will try and find its foothold in a tournament where they are appearing after a gap of 36 years.
In the first ever encounter between the two countries, Peru will take on Denmark in Group C's second game at the Mordovia Arena in Saransk. This World Cup is Peru's first appearance since 1982, a gap of 36 years. This is the biggest gap between participation in the World Cup for any of the 32 teams that are part of the tournament this year. On the other hand are Denmark that have made it to the knockout stages in 3 of their 4 World Cup appearances. However, the team has never progressed past the quarterfinals except in 1998 when the team lost to Brazil by 2-3.
El resultado que esperamos es hacer el mejor papel y dentro de los objetivos que no hemos trazado, siempre somos una selección que trazamos objetivos y dentro de los objetivos que nos trazamos es poder clasificar, ¿no? O sea, sabemos que es un grupo muy difícil.
Jeg tror jeg har sagt hele tiden at Peru-Danmark er en meget viktig kamp for oss, eller for begge hold egentlig. Som du sier så er Frankrike favoritt i puljen. Skal vi ha en god mulighet til å kjempe på den andre plassen, så er poengene viktige i morgen. Så det er nok riktig, og det blir, for å si det på engelsk, det blir all in i morgen for å forsøke å vinne kampen.
Peru stand at 11 in the FIFA rankings and will be relying heavily on their forward Jefferson Farfan. Farfan was key for Peru during the qualifiers. He will have help from captain Paulo Guerrero, who has just returned to the team from a doping ban of 14 months and will be looking forward to proving himself.
A Paulo lo veo muy bien, o sea, realmente más allá del tiempo que estuvo, puedo decir a la gente de que está entrenando muy bien y está preparado ya como para poder jugar, ¿no?
Denmark, which stand at 12 in the FIFA rankings, have a key midfielder, Christian Eriksen. Eriksen notched 11 of the total 22 goals scored in the team's qualifying campaign, and this made him Denmark's playoff hero. The captain of the Denmark squad is Simon Kjær, who plays as a defender. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, let's now take a look at the team formations as far as Peru and Denmark are concerned and see how they're going to line up in this particular matchup between Peru and Denmark. Taking a look at the team formation now, of course, Peru first. Peru will be a 4-2-3-1 kind of formation, and that's what we are likely to see here in the match against Denmark. You know, as far as this match is concerned, Rajat, it's going to be the Latin American flair versus a defense-minded European style of game.
Yeah, I would rather rephrase it. It's a flair of Latin America versus calculated risk-taking of Scandinavian countries. I mean, Scandinavian style of play is little different than rather more aggressive and tactical style play of Europeans. So, I mean, again, we see in this one, in the formation as well, Peru will stick to the Latin American and possibly, I mean, Sweden will stick to... Denmark, I'm sorry. They'll stick to possibly 4-4-2.
Sure, and in all likelihood, it could turn out to be a very physical game, this one between Peru and Denmark. Moving on now, of course, in another high-voltage Group D match, Croatia will face Nigeria at the Kaliningrad Stadium. This will be the first ever encounter between the two teams. Croatia's only World Cup game against an African opposition was opposite Cameroon in June 2014, when Croatia beat Cameroon 4-0. This is Croatia's 5th time at the World Cup, with their best result coming in their debut in 1998 when they finished in 3rd place. Group D is arguably the group of death, and tonight's game is crucial for both Croatia and Nigeria. The Nigerians made it to the round of 16 in 1994, 1998 and 2014. The Super Eagles are the youngest at this World Cup, but they are not short of confidence going into the tournament after defeating Argentina 4-2 in a friendly last November and beating Poland away in March. The team knows experience counts, but their youthfulness could work in their favour. Let's take a look at the team formations now. We'll try and look at Croatia first, where Croatia is most likely to play a 4-2-3-1 kind of a formation. And Rajat, if you look at it, this too is going to be an interesting match between Croatia and Nigeria.
I would say never discount these two teams. Croatia almost gave France a heart attack in semi-finals of 1998 in the home soil. They were ahead by 1 goal before Lilian Thuram scored 2 goals, and then they were off to the finals. Ask Germany if you want to test Croatia.
Yeah.
About Nigeria, ask Argentina. In 1996 Olympics, it was Nigeria which defeated Argentina for the gold medal play, for the final effectively. And then later, there have been several competitive matches between Nigeria and Argentina where Nigerians have come on the top. So these two could be a very surprise package in the group of death, as you said. So never discount these two teams. They will go full throttle. They both are agile. They both are high on the strength. They both have a contrasting play, and they both may spring up a surprise.
Indeed, they both may spring up a surprise. And if you look at Nigeria's team formation, they are most likely to play a 4-3-3 kind of a formation. And it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams shape up. And let's not forget, opening matches are always very crucial between any side. So this match is going to be crucial for Croatia and Nigeria as well, because with one victory, with an opening victory, Rajat, qualification to the next round becomes far more easy.
Yes, yes, of course. When you have such a tight group where even a draw can make a huge difference to the final tally, then you have to come down to goal difference, and even if that doesn't augur, then you have to come down to the fair play points, which has been introduced in this World Cup, as to how many yellow cards and red cards the team accumulates. They'll keep on having a deficit. So each team, especially in a tightly knitted group, they would want to come as victorious and with a good goal difference.
Sure. All right, we'll slip into a short break now, but our program on the FIFA World Cup will continue on the other side. Stay tuned.